to reign supreme.
And we'll see if all the usual trends are going to set here in this game of Den. KD department for Shotzzy in absolutely fine. That's how you start things off, and he's found himself a dirty corner in couches as well.
Yeah, that is a quick punch to the mouth. The corner on point. Thank God he didn't take him hostage. It would have been devastating, but finally take care of the Shotzzy problem. Problem is, well, you've lost the spawn. Map has already been flipped on its head, and again, Toronto fighting an uphill battle right now against OpTic. That is sort of worst case scenario for their start.
Yeah, right now the game plan for Toronto Core is to get themselves out of this situation, and the two players trying to do it right now, Kips and Joe, bottom side of the map, as they find their kills through that mid cut. Now over to Shotzzy, backing up, trying to stay alive on this side, trying not to lose the P2 control. Not a massively productive P1, but so far all good. Huke on the fadeaway. Damage now from Shotzzy as he keeps this play alive and he keeps the back spawns good.
Well, sort of. You get the overload spawn still as well. She's got the backup, so OpTic clearly ahead of the game, facilitating on Den. 2 players in time. Dashy in the back, and he at least gives you 1.
Yeah, he gives you 1. Shotzzy gives you the next. All down to the front we go, over the top roofs. JoeDeceives finds himself at 1. Merc gets the better of him, and now the battle is on. This has been a very strong Den so far. P1 and P2 great out of OpTic.
Beating him down and cleaning house as well. Discoordinate pushes right now coming through for Toronto, and JoeDeceives trying to wait for teammates for a little bit of that backup. M15 gunfight win on P2, but that just means you're doing it from far away, close to time. OpTic, it has been easy, everything nice and secure, and a P2 where it really doesn't get much better than that. Toronto Koi in the midst of getting slaughtered.
Oh, right now, not ideal. Smooth execution from P1 to 2. Now to the bit of work from OpTic. The scoreline is great. Now the map's spread. Here comes the hit from all angles. All avenues covered. Joe can't get 1. Merc gets his last man on time. It's going to be Kips, and he's dead as well. OpTic with a break.
And to get the bad spawns. This is not a good situation at all. Toronto Koi right now getting overwhelmed, and they have started off very flat. JoeDeceives 3-9, and that is not an ideal thing for the Koi camp. Typically, JoeDeceives has been that main factor, but while he is sprinting and running it down, OpTic happy to post up and let the kills come to them. Out-slaying and out-playing. They still have those right-side spawns.
Finally, Joe gets a couple in this one. Oh, the nuke, what a nade. Causing a lot of problems there. Dashy in the cleanups. Young Merc finding another there. 10 seconds to go. Rotation on. Koi will have the numbers here, but Shotzzy in position first. How many can he catch from this corner? There's 1. Oh, the second man took a ton of hits now to Mercules. Next wave for OpTic.
There for the backup. 1 pinch coming through. Minimap OpTic are ahead of the game in terms of reading it, but Toronto do in fact clean house. So it is now P4, and this is the first time all game Toronto has been able to take control.
The engine is starting to whir. The machine spirit inside is starting to be appeased. 35 seconds left to go here on Tree and CleanX. Both set up. We've seen some sensational moments from this very moment throughout the season. CleanX with the snaps there. NPC sweet. Joe now to the M15. It's Shotzzy from the outside. Gets himself on it. 20 seconds to go. OpTic's break looking good.
Yeah, how about that hot hand that Toronto have had in Hardpoint? They finally get a break, a little bit of momentum. 20 seconds later, OpTic just steal it right back. So first set of rotations, about a 60-point gap between the pair. And, well, Shotzzy's the man that's had a 1.4 against the squad, and Shotzzy will be the man leading the lobby in kills. 13.
OpTic, second set now upon us. We are looking for that mid-map control that Koi have. Still, that being said, let's go for a listening with OpTic Texas.
Yeah, you guys should single the kid up, Ricken. Okay, I'm gonna double flank with Mace, dude.
He's up there. On it.
I went deep. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Ricken.
On him, red, dead. 2. One could be up on us. Or con. No. Shouldn't be.
I love it.
He's on lobby. I didn't touch him.
Let's get time. Kips dead. No, right, this should be dead as well. I'm on HP. Yeah, I'm on HP.
I'm taking a break. No, they can go front new.
I have front new cross.
You're gonna go top one dead.
No, 2 con. 1 going deep right, it looked like. I'm not sure though.
One's bottom right, Johnny Hill.
All 3 on. Okay, 2 auto. One's going on top broken. One's going on top broken. One's lobby after that.
One air.
Yeah, they're going to the back.
Yo, two on me in the back.
I have you.
I have lobby.
No, one, AP.
Lobby stairs.
Dead.
There's enemy more.
Guys.
No, they can't.
There's more. I need help.
I have
Lobby inside.
Back square, Joe. 1 HP.
Front boys.
Over front. Yo,
One shot inside in the back. One shot backside. He's floating hill. Spot this.
One more time. Back.
Hey, I'm right behind you. If you want to go fast.
Lobby Kips. Dead.
Nice.
Block.
I'm up mid. I'm gonna repitch him.
Yo, look at my inner,
Okay.
He has a CleanX.
I have a trophy.
Yeah, they all went front. I'm not even trolling.
I'm mining Eder.
Okay, could be mid now.
Cleaner. They flew. Close. Another one. I'm
Outer weak. Nice.
Spawn in
In the back.
I got
Your lob.
I'm cutting tiles.
Someone in the back. They might play through.
Lob on me.
I'm cut tiles.
He went broken, I think. Lob. Another one, lobby inside. He ran
I'm back.
They're still spawning.
Make sure you put backside hill. Yeah, they spawn square.
That's an absolutely beautiful listen from OpTic.
I mean, worse. OpTic's just informed. Nothing you can do like this. And the comms always so interesting. Huke, obviously the mainstay, but even for a guy like Shotzzy, he's just able to be mute for the most part, focus on his own game. But when he does give comms, it's almost always golden information, telling you where guys are spawning or just letting you know what he's accomplishing on the map. So OpTic flow state, Toronto finally take a little right back, but a 90-point deficit they're trying to crawl themselves out of.
Yeah, we could talk about the efficiency and the economy of words from the OpTic Texas count as long as possible, but this is a good contest. A decent hold out of Koi. The last set we saw in the final bullet success here in the P3. And Kips doing it again, looking for the Hellstorm. Can we get that going? Joe starting to get back into the game. His aggression is being punished at every possible step of the way, and that's going to be a couple of dead. 3 big
down. Important moment of the game. Toronto finally get a little bit of time. It is a key rotation, and they are absolutely dialed. Now winning gunfights before the play can even properly kick off. Toronto trying to storm the back, but if you look at the kill feed, it is nothing but OpTic on the left side, and they do the dirty work. Do not let any man survive. Hound them, hunt them down, take care of business. I mean, this is just a very flowy map from start to finish for OpTic. Cruise control.
Yeah, the threat assessment is there. They know the most important player to check out. They know the sort of holes in their defense they've got to be mindful of, and they hit it hard. 114, 212 climbing. Joe finds a pair in the feed. We're looking for the hit now through small. Who's going to get brought down as well? So Insight and Kips are good to get themselves onto time. There's a late break of 15 seconds, a very much needed 15 for Koi to stay afloat here in this tough game of Den.
And OpTic all 4 players off spawn, so measly 7 seconds to that last bit of scrap going to be collected, but they are down. Well, the other side wide open. A little bit of a pinch developing as well. Toronto trying to handle business, but it is a squirrely moment.
Yeah, you're on the hunt. You're giving up position. You're now opening lanes that OpTic can fight through. P1, how watertight can Koi make it? Yeah, an aggressive CleanX takes care of his first. Eyes towards the mid-cut, and that's where Kips is trying to find his fight. And good work again out of Yul Jonsson on the 5 in a row. We're still holding. This is not bad. But Koi, eyes towards the P2 spawn now. Insight, trying to do it all.
Well, and it's Shotzzy that he's going to be having to deal with, so it is a timing battle. And Shotzzy, look at that, finds the route to get out to wrap back towards mid. So they end up cleaning house on P1, so good decisions being made, at least to try to buff in that lead just a little bit. I think they're going to have 2:35 as the new time pops, and Toronto have nobody in the back. It is JoeDeceives waiting for his team.
Too much about that. He doesn't have the time to call it in, barely. With that 236 looming over them right now. Oh, there's the hit now. And it's on Kips in the back. Insight getting involved as well. All dead for OpTic. They're still spawning close.
Well, overload point for 1. Everybody else is going to be spawning front. So CleanX is getting that information while you clean house on the backside. So a P2 that is right now paying off for Toronto. It took a long time for the gentlemen to wake up, but they are indeed here.
Yeah, remember, we're those guys on Den, and they are picking OpTic apart. This is such an ineffective attack. Fan out through the middle of the map. Insight finds himself a corner on the outside. CleanX getting another one. Good shots. But Dashy a little too strong there with the M15. Joe still holding. And the rotation is on. CleanX has made it to new.
Well, he's going to be calling it in now, too. So CleanX is going to be dealing with a few players, but he's going to die before the Hellstorm can even get through. That is 3 players inside a dojo. The Hellstorm maybe a little bit delayed. It's a nade kill for all going to be covered. So the Hellstorm doesn't get you anything but the control, but you have made it to time.
Can you make something of it? Watch out for the spawn in from behind. Dashy manages to get himself a free pinch. And CleanX still with this. Up front, it's going to be a couple of big kills. This could be the last hold now for Koi. Joe through the middle, down and out. Team kills there. Kips has got to go big. The desperation play. It's not going to happen today, boys and girls. Final hit from Koi. Dashy locks down the left, and Huke absolutely slams the door shut. Koi, what a comeback. But OpTic Texas take map number 1.
This is doing so without the bomb. Shotzzy waiting for a free first blood in front of him, and he gets it. Down to 11 HP, but the sneakiness pays off.
Yeah, and look, this is the way you can navigate the map now. Shotzzy finding a nice opening 2 kills. The first one lying in wait, quite literally. Now looking for his third at the intersection here towards the bomb site, but it's an A bomb here. Little did we know. Koi have investigated the scene. They have found nothing, and now a new battle awaits them.
Absolutely bamboozled. Shotzzy getting away with the crime.
And look at that back right. Shotzzy has just seen 2 of them cross. He's on for the ace. The last man will fall prey to his teammates, but OpTic, a perfect first round. Caught out. Huke's going to fill that hole instantly. Oh, the timing shows nothing. Huke's still lying in wait on the outside. CleanX still checking everything you possibly can. The double dip. Didn't even see a shadow. Nothing at all. You know something's up. Stretch plant. Will Huke hit it the second he gets that notification? Sure does. There's the one. Can't get away with his life. 2v1.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dashy's been far running towards the edge of the map. In sight. Does not survive. We got a 1v1. Kips versus Dashy.
Plenty of time, plenty of space, but Kips is bringing the fight directly to him. Round they go like ships in the night. They pass one another. And Dashy, oh, you had just the inkling that something might have passed him. Maybe a bit of intel from his teammates. And now the ideal spot to find himself in. The time, though, not on his side. Nade check over the top. Kips will check this. And that will be the round. Good bounce back, Koi. It is all 4 members of OpTic now into the onset into the showers, and what an explosive flurry this will be. We are committed to this fight. There is no going back, boys and girls. Dashy finding himself his second, no third. Joe finds it, trades once again, and it was all now down to insight with the sniper. Bomb plant, here we go.
No time wasted on this one.
No. Can't even catch.
Well, I haven't planted the bomb just yet, so while you're trying to hound the front side of this actual bomb site, now you're worried about the pinch, and they've just done nothing. Haven't gone for the bomb plant. Now they've just got themselves surrounded.
CleanX, thank God he wins that fight. Dashy playing it a lot slower. Backs up. We're thinking once again about the retake. Mercules, the closest member now for OpTic, and here comes attack attempt number 2. OpTic on the hit and run. The first time was costly. What would it be now? Good for Merc. Out he goes. The reinforcements have arrived. Now with the bomb planted, it's a 3v3.
I mean, just gets away with murder. And then Toronto again. They trapped themselves in another killing field. Huke with an extra one. Now you're surrounded, and what a breakdown this was.
Got it now. Got the A-bomb site as well. Nobody home. Let's see how Toronto Koi go for the retake here by the A-bomb site. By the onset, by showers. There's a wide open hole there, thanks to something. So nades over the top. Relatively effective, but no cleanup so far. Dashy on the cross. Tags into 2. Closer and closer. Toronto Koi come to the kills, and finally Kips. He's the one that breaks the seal. Now we're involved on the cross. Done. JoeDeceives. Toronto Koi have turned this one into an absolute sledgehammer. They have smashed their way in.
They trapped themselves in last time, and it did not pay off, and they waited quite some time to plant the bomb. This time, JoeDeceives going to drop the rock a little bit quicker, and for the moment for OpTic, no pinches rolling through. It is going to be a full 4-man retake, and OpTic coming from their spawn.
All coming from their spawn right now. Here we go. Joe, the tight corner. Catches one on the cross, and it's going to be Kips once again, up close and personal. Now through the smoke, CleanX finds his mark. Man advantage. Can CleanX find another from smoke? No need. Joe's on it to Shotzzy, the last man. Dead before he hits the ground. Forces them to the inside. Can CleanX capitalize on this from the backline?
Interesting. I mean, Mercules right now is by himself. And he's actually the guy that dies to the Hellstorm. Wouldn't predict it, but there's your first blood. OpTic trying to hold this site 3v4.
Yeah, they are. They're now the 2-2 split. Dashy trying to make it a 2-1. Koi much happier to try to retake the B-bomb site, and they're now going to make their way deep through the street. It looks like Huke is playing the bomb site very close. Shotzzy with the mid-map. Coverage good. Now the rotation back over to the site to reinforce. Dashy holding the street down alone. 22 seconds on the clock. Can Kips find something through the rear? Looking good for now. Finds one. Dashy. The minigun there at work. The time not good enough, and Huke simply has to live a second longer.
This is round 8 that we are in. Yet to get a kill.
Just think of how dangerous it is to cross that mid-map. This time, it's going to be a square up in the showers. We've seen this go down a couple of different ways. Big pinch from Shotzzy. Yeah, Noel's watching the mid here. Insight does get himself on the board in more than one way. Kips the bomb recovery. Numbers still good here for Koi.
Yeah, let his teammate die before he actually gets that kill, but hey, 3v2, you'll take it, pays off. They're here to meet it though, so you can't even plant the bomb just yet. Merc and Dashy trying to be all over it, but Merc gets back down. Dashy can now get isolated. Still though, he's fighting and battling, and he gives you 2, and it's Insight late to the party, traded and gunned down. 3 players here towards the A site. Huke making the move.
Perfect stun. Yeah, thinking again about where we're going to plant this one. No one has his outside shower section. Merc's nade connects. Ooh, as does Insight, far side of the map. We'll check back on that fight later. But for now, 3v3. Koi do not have the numbers here on the bomb site.
Well, Insight's going to be taking the deep route. In the meantime, Mercules has options to play with. Merc is being tasked with find Insight, but if you can't find him, go on a pinch of your own. Number 7's about to break this round down, and who knows? Send him in for the kill, and where's Insight? Always behind you, but it is way too slow, way too late.
A little later on. For now, opening hit. After the dust, smoke, fragmentation, and concussive stuff clears the air. It's 3 dead for Koi.
No, it is 4 dead. That is a clean wipe, and we haven't entirely flipped the spawns just yet, but 2 players are going to spawn out. Toronto more or less start on the advantageous side, and they have yet to get a single kill. Yep. How about that to set the tone? Every single kill going in favor of OpTic, and we highlighted Dashy. It hasn't had to do a thing. He's just there to call out.
Beat her up. Mercules 5-0. 2-0 for Shotzzy and Huke. The spree continues. 37 seconds and climbing. Next wave identified. Good golly, Miss Molly. OpTic are running it.
Yeah, 11-2 in the kills column. Hit it from the tougher side.
Yeah, it took 31 seconds to get a kill. That's tough, man. That's a long time in COD years. There for Shotzzy. He's looking good so far. Finally goes the right shade of purple in this matchup. It's all the bruises that OpTic can hand it out. That's the other purple. Oh dear, that's an unbelievable stat. The last time OpTic lost a Scar hardpoint chance was 64 days ago.
That's the exact same number of days of when Kips joined the team. So maybe a fanciful dynamic there. But Miles, we watched Toronto play on this map yesterday. I believe it was against Boston. And the map, very close, bit of a nail biter. Toronto set themselves apart on P2. This time they get slaughtered on one of their best hills, and it is just the hope draining from their eyes.
Yeah, a very different green team they're dealing with now. 75-19. What a nade over the top from Shotzzy after the Cuevas. Castro throws it back. Mercules follows it up immediately, and the shots are so strong in the CleanX. No match right now. Hardpoint in the hands of OpTic. Dashy dug in. Kips over the top. Doesn't find anything. The hardpoint still in the hands of OpTic.
Yeah, and that'll be 12-2 for Mercules, who has not slowed down a single bit. You're trying to flank, you're getting punished. You're trying to go through mid-cut, you're going to get punished there too. Toronto are being just spawn trapped, and this is shaped up to be a devastating game so far. And Mercules has not slowed down. Another 5 spree.
Yeah, he was a little frustrated at the overload loss, and now he's taken out that frustration on a poor, unsuspecting Toronto Koi. He's even killed Shotzzy with a trophy somehow. The man's accidentally committing murder.
And they just, dude, they cannot win a single gunfight. I know a team that's going to keep track. They're missing 1 man. It's Kips. And, well, the damage is done. The trade and follow-up is there. And, well, now JoeDeceives, a little bit of gift to the spawn the Kips bottom, putting in some work on the back line. And there you go. Toronto finally bail themselves out and I would say get some semblance of control, but they're not yet getting the time. Finally, with 3 in the feed, someone please step on that hill.
Get in there. There you go. Koi's on. And now CleanX heavily stunned. They know he's going to be in this corner. Whether he's upstairs or downstairs, we'll find out. Wait. They don't check it. CleanX good for 1. Mercules, though, finds the snap. Instant trade, though, from Insight from upstairs. And Koi has done a lovely bit of work here by Blue. Shots from Dashy at range. Back over to the middle of the map we go. And at the top left-hand side of the minimap for the last hard point in this set. And what do you know, folks? OpTic in control.
And I have no faith in Toronto's ability to break this one down, at least not quickly. I feel like Mercules...
Dog, he is pissed, ladies and gentlemen. Insight down. Not a single avenue. Joe has snuck in. Gets himself 2. The next man is going to be behind him. OpTic are everywhere.
Finally, nice 2 kills. He shut down Merc off spots. We can get a multi-kill, and well, OpTic just slap you right back. Holding on to this P5, trying to reestablish that 100-point lead, and Huke on the pinch through mid-cut. Good damage. Extra damage being done. Swaps weapons and gets the kill as well. A devilish dance there, and well, OpTic, clean house. Final 20 seconds. The 100-point lead going to be extended.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Final few moments of our first set of hard points, and OpTic looking so unbelievably out of Mercules. It is unbelievable.
Yeah, and you can even see on the minimap, right? Toronto spent just a few seconds looking for a guy like Shotzzy, and that's just enough time for Merc to get in the mix and shoot you in the back. It's only a wall bank that's going to slow him down, and just like JoeDeceives on P5, this time it's Kips, gives you a nice 2. You think it's going to go great, and you just get slapped instantly.
Nope. Disgusting. It is disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good scar out of OpTic.
I mean, I've just never seen a game almost look like this easy.
Some of my placement games where you feel like you're playing the bots, it does feel like this in ranked. But this is as clean and as perfect as it could possibly be. Koi are being dismantled. Shotzzy on a 5 spree, his 19th, now a 6.
This one down, and Insight does give you 2 there in the feed. So Shotzzy, last one up for his squad. And disrespectfully, he's called the Hellstorm right at the door.
It's close enough to it. His teammate's going to wait for the big bang. That will be the go button. Intel on Joe in the inside of shop. And no connection, but it is Mercules, the true streak. Finds himself another, and the crossfire is on, and Huke wins the final kill. 204 are climbing, identifies the next set of spawns. Here come Koi.
Yeah, it's just so rude. They're going to be playing for the 100-point club, and Huke already going to be behind you, catching players sprinting with their knife out. But the Hellstorm you always want to use on P3 unless you want to devastate the opposition. Huke with a quad coming through.
It's hard to find the silver linings for Koi right now. 27 and 11 over to Huke. Mid-map, cutting down a few more. 80 points for Koi. Will this be the last seconds of hardpoint they get here in minor 1? Dashy getting his on the flank insight to the pistol to the hardpoint. Koi are back in and Koi are back out.
Yeah, I feel like the 100-point clubs have been somewhat of a rare sight this year as a whole, but OpTic gonna add another one to the pile. This is dominance, this is devastation, and this is the worst Toronto have looked all year on that map. Undefeated.
On a win. First off, how good did that 4th map feel?
Halfway. Say that last part again?
How good did that map 4 feel, the last hard point?
Oh, it felt amazing. Everyone didn't flow. I mean, the score was like 280. I knew we could do whatever at that point, so definitely felt good.
It was gross.
Shotzzy, talk to me about like adapting to the new map set and meta. You know, you guys stream all your scrims. It's all out there, and it looked like, you know, not as dominant as it was, you know, earlier in this game. When did it sort of click for you guys over the course of these last couple of weeks?
I love the new maps. The new maps are completely different compared to like all the other maps. I feel like the other maps are kind of just like straight up forward, and it's kind of just like run heavy, out trade, and the other maps are kind of just like rotating, more like a traditional COD. So, you know, we're still working on the, you know, the new ones, which is looking forward for the end of the major for sure.
Continuing off of Ant's point of you guys being like a team that streams your scrims. Wow. Is that type of pressure, do you think that that helps you guys, that you have so many eyes on you during practice where a lot of the other teams only have it during the matches? Like, what is that dynamic like for you guys?
Honestly, we're kind of just used to it as a team. I feel like this specific team, like, we just don't really care what anyone thinks, to be honest. And I feel like that actually just benefits us, just because we don't let the outside noise like affect, you know. I mean, the other day we got ran by Seattle. I feel like in a different world, you know, teams probably look at that as like, you know, concerning, but to us, I mean, we know what we're capable of, and I mean, we showed it here today.
Thank you, Shotzzy, for joining us here in the Monster Winner Spotlight. I'm sure we'll be talking with you again tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Peace out.
That's Shotzzy, that's OpTic Texas. Their job is done today, but 2 teams still have to play. It's LA Thieves versus G2 Minnesota.